Mr. Holmes suggested I go to Rate's Cafe. Oh, wrong scenery. Okay, here we are. Mr. Holmes suggested I go to 793 Tarsus Avenue. Then here we are.
Shalom. May I help you?
I am Inspector Lestrade, at your service. I'm from Scotland Yard, and I'm looking for a Mrs. Tarsus of, Tarsus.
I am Mrs. Tarsus. How may I help you?
May I ask you a few questions?
I guess I've got a little bit of time. What do you want to know?
You are the mother of Mr. Paul of Tarsus, the artist formerly known as Saul of Tarsus.
Oh, why, yes. You know, I used to be Mrs. of Tarsus. Now that I have a famous son, I'm just Saul's mom. Or as the Christians say, Paul's mom. But to me, he will always be my little Saulie.
Sorry about your son. What was he like before he changed his name? I would guess the no more rebellious, long rock and roll hair stuff.
Oh, no. Nothing like that. My little Saulie, he was a great child. Nope, never argued about haircuts. Always went to private religious schools. Studied to become a Pharisee among Pharisees. Why, he could even pray in the middle of the street much better than anyone else in his class. I enjoyed seeing that myself. As for rock, he really went in for rocks. In fact, he had a great arm for throwing rocks. 97 miles per hour fastballs. He almost went out for a place on the Devil Rays team, but the Angels stopped the trade.
How did you feel about Christians at that time?
Oh, the Christians. Oh, he hated the Christians. He tried to arrest all of them that he could.
Arrest them? I see. A fellow lawman. Then when did the change occur?
Let's see. I think it was about 3 years after Jesus was crucified.
I see. So what made him change his name?
Oh, his name, his religion, he changed everything. He said he was on his way to Damascus to arrest some more Christians. He was very good at it, too. Then this Mr. Jesus fellow appeared to him along the road in a bright light.
But I thought you said that this was after Mr. Jesus had been crucified.
I know. That's the funny thing about it. But Saulie, he said he saw Mr. Jesus alive and well. When Saulie got up, he couldn't see for 3 whole days. Oh, my poor baby. After 3 days, when he could see again, he changed his name to Paul and changed his whole life.
Changed his whole life? Like how? Like coloring his hair and wearing disguises?
Oh, no. Not like going from hating the Christians to being a Christian. He started preaching about this Mr. Jesus guy all over the place.
I see. When was the last time you had contact with your son?
It's been months since he's written. He writes to the Romans, to the Corinthians, even to his friends like Timothy. But have you ever heard of his letters to Mom? No, I didn't think so. I have to get in contact with him.
Do you know where your son is now, Mrs. of Tarsus?
How should I know? The last I heard, he was gallivanting around Rome. But before that, it was Ephesus. before that, he was in Galatia.
It seems odd that someone who hated the Christians so much would become a Christian who is so strong.
Yeah. That's why I'm tempted to believe him about this Mr. Jesus fellow. If my little Solly can become mighty, Paul the Apostle, then this Mr. Jesus can change anybody.
Well, thank you, Mrs. of Tarsus. You've been very helpful.
No problem. And if you run into my Solly, tell him to drop by and see his mom sometime.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good evening.
And shalom to you, Inspector.